So stressful when the world's on fire. Good God. I can't look at this, guys. Like, my strategy is you buy it and you hope that you got a good spot. Yeah, but we all think you're crazy. You don't fight this. No way. The markets are freaking out and you don't think that anything is wrong? Come back tomorrow and I'll lose it all. Should be fun.
Good morning, everybody. It is the 15th Monday, daylight savings time. Probably the worst time of year to trade. Just tell you straight up. Probably the worst time of year to trade. So, especially when you also factor in that we've got an FOMC meeting this Wednesday that could be very instrumental. I mean, always FOMC is important, but given the way the interest rates have been rising and everything else like that, I think that this meeting is going to be really important. So, yeah, pretty... it's going to be pretty slow the next few days. Now, keep in mind though that we do often see like good trends out of FOMC. So we'll see. But I mean, man, daylight savings time sucks, right? To the chart. Well, you can see on Friday they kind of wait. Was that Friday? Friday was the 12th, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So that was Friday. Yes. So on Friday, they kind of dipped towards the close after not getting a new all-time high. But then over the weekend gap, they opened back up and are kind of coming down. So this 3,900 that we've kind of been stuck around is acting as support this time around. And you can see things like sector rotations. It hasn't been too extreme, although back on here, you know, NASDAQ and the small caps like really came back. So here on the 10-year is just down there. So on Friday, it came down pretty big and it's just hanging out down there. So, you know, that's not particularly good for equity markets. Although I think in this case, this is kind of more reflecting that the economy is improving and, you know, the S&P 500 is moving up. I think this has more to do with that than it does the concerns about supply and everything else, right? So, here we have oil kind of coming down. There's a lot of news ahead of them in the oil markets, but I don't necessarily see a huge reason for them to be down right now or anything too big. We are going to get some Canadian numbers here by the second. Oh, we get Empire State Manufacturing Index here. Let's see. Well, let's wait for a second. Okay, it's better than expected. No reaction, though. Anyways, and then the last few in here, gold, you know, they dipped again on Friday as the interest rates rose, but then they recovered, even though the interest rates didn't. And it's been choppy this morning, but overall gold and silver are slightly up here. Okay. And copper's still kind of just slightly up. Okay. There is some serious question about whether or not the copper trade has sputtered out, right? And then, oh, we need to roll over some instruments, don't we? Yep, got to roll over all of those currencies. Yes, sir. So, slightly up in the dollar. But I don't know. I think that this 91.7 area is going to be difficult to hold. I'm hoping they'll go down, but we'll see what happens. Nothing, no too big of a trend or anything over there. Right? Steven, why don't you talk more about your entries or exits? Because I don't want you to know what they are. You've never been here this early? Are you in the UK? Because, man, it is early here in the United States. The other thing is that you get this thing where, like, normally it's like 4-hour difference, but now it's a 5-hour difference. with the UK. So like my time, it's going to be like 10:30, I believe, when the European markets close. And that always screws people up. So keep that one in mind too, that the time frame is different. You're going to get a little bit different action because of how the Europeans trade. And that will continue until the 28th. We won't be like into normal schedule again until the 28th, which is when the London markets switch over. We just got to get rid of it. People were asking me on Facebook, like, when are we going to get rid of daylight savings time? And I don't get it. There's always bills about this. And why don't they get taken up? Why doesn't it get taken more seriously? Because I think that there are a few things. Listen, if Biden eliminated daylight savings time altogether and just moves us over to daylight savings time all the time, that would be the most lasting and positive part of his legacy. That's how much people would like it. Okay, so we got to pull up the text to speech here. So Steve, I do have a slightly better answer for you. I mean, one is that there are certain things about my entries and exits that I don't want to reveal. And I don't explicitly say when I'm on stream because I don't want people to get the impression that they should be following me. So that's another reason why I don't focus on it. But there's another part to it, which is that every situation is unique. And I'm not necessarily looking so much for like a very specific thing that happens, so much as I am trading around a certain principle. And so the exact setup of how I see that principle is going to be different every time, which is part of what makes it, I think, so effective. But we're still kind of testing this most recent one out to some extent. And I mean, there's lots of little ones, but usually they're based off of principles that we talk about on stream first before we really start trading them. And then once we start trading them and we have success with them, so if you watch the stream every day, you might have some idea of what it is. Anyways, oh yeah, so another thing is I might be in and out here today. In fact, where is... I need to go find the baby monitor. I'll be right back. What do you think of the cloud divergence indicator that I didn't know about that. Let's go look. Is it an Ichimoku cloud? What's new in NinjaTrader 8? Or no, it must be release notes, maybe. Oh, so they did release the March 12th one. Okay. Enhancements to take addition. Okay. Oh, I've actually already read all of these notes before, so yeah, it's not in those notes. Is it an Ishimoku? It's a video presentation on the NinjaTrader channel. No, here. Let me take a bite of food here while I'm searching for it, all right? I don't see what you're talking about. Here? I don't get why an Ishimoku cloud is worth $500. I mean, like, a couple of people have been offering it for NinjaTrader now for a while. I found one that was free, and I don't know why they. Here, okay. Here is a link. Copy. Paste. Go. Let's see here. Divergence cloud. Well, so they're very, I'm already a little bit like, okay. The cloud color shows bullish and bearish divergences, which indicate trend reversals. They would be, that right away, you've got to be a little bit skeptical of, right? Because divergences don't always mean what you think they do, right? And are not necessarily like predictive. Unique glow. I see. So that little fuzz around the chart wasn't the wasn't compression artifacts. It was their thing. Well, I would say that I would need to see some backtesting or some other kind of empirical evidence to suggest that it actually works. Right? So when I made my indicators, you know, like we go through our thing, I made our little inventory cost basis thing, right? This chart right here. Then I made a strategy that said, when we cross this line, go short under certain circumstances. When we cross this line, go long under certain circumstances. And over the past year, it did pretty well. And so then I started to incorporate it more into my trading. So I don't know if they showed things like that, but if they just say like, oh, here's this color and it doesn't, they don't really even explain what it means, That's another thing, is that if you can't understand what it is actually showing you, if they just say, oh, it means this, blue means buy and red means sell, that alone might not be enough to help you. You know what I mean? They do show some backtesting in that video. Let's see if we can find that in the video. I heard him talking about backtesting, but okay, so there's some backtesting. What do they got going on here? Ooh, that looks good. Okay, so that's only over 3 months. That is worthless. I'm sorry. Is that the best they put? Is that the best they show you? These are, I would be highly suspicious of these results. Yeah. Well, it's a German doctor. Isn't that enough proof? So here's two things. First of all, oh man, I'm just seeing that right there and knowing that they were showing that in a webinar kind of makes me, well, whatever. It's NinjaTrader. Where's my thing? Okay, this right here. So first of all, Sharpe ratio under 1. You want that Sharpe ratio to be as close to 1 as possible. So 94 is okay. 94 is actually pretty good, but you know, like a really good strategy, above 1, right? Okay, so their average winner and their average loser is equal. That's good. But then here's the thing. That's the thing that really stands out to me. Oh my gosh. They're only showing the last 4 or 5 months, right? Show me a backtest over the past year or over the past 2 years, right? Also, they aren't using tick replay, so it's not based on order flow. So who knows how they make this thing? Do they explain how it works or what it's trying to show? I don't know, but a backtest of that small a time frame. And here's the other thing, is like, look at it. He shows you like each one of these is different. Okay, that one is just the past few days. That one is just the past 3 months. That one is you know, going back to November. Like, the highly suspicious, to be honest with you, especially since this is not a tick replay indicator. I mean, they don't even have the tick replay setting turned on so that you can even see it. Okay, so it's not based on tick replay. They're using standard order fill resolution. Yeah, these results should be treated with high suspicion. And I would say, you know, if it's not a tick replay indicator, there's no excuse to not show me like 10 years of backtesting data. So, if you want, we can crowdsource together. I'll buy it, and then we can backtest it ourselves and see. But I would be skeptical. But furthermore, I would say if somebody shows you a backtest to try and sell something, and it's less than a year of data, right away, that's a huge red flag if it's less than a year's worth of data. I rarely ever even run a back test on less than a year of data, you know? The only time that I'll do it on less is I'm still developing the indicator and I'm more testing that it actually like takes entries and exits, or more so than trying to refine the strategy, you know? Because the past 3 months of data, you'll just get way too curve fitted, right? Anyways, so that's my thought on that. Well, the E-mini is pushing down pretty aggressively. The overnight low is 39.25 or so. Let me eat a little bit more here. It is not 8:48. It is 7:48 in Detroit right now. You have not moved your clock. Or no, wait, how did you get 7:48? Because if you had not moved your clock, you would think that it is 7:48. Wait, is maybe my clock down in the bottom corner? Is because it's no, it's 6:50. Where are you getting 8:48? Spring forward. You're supposed to have moved your clock an hour forward. But I live in Utah. Oh my. A woman hiked barefoot for miles, cold and wet enough to get hypothermia, and her boyfriend did not survive. That's on my local news channel. Siri says it's 8:50? What? My phone says it's 8:50. My computer says it's 8:50. Oh, is Detroit the Eastern time zone? Is it? No, it's really? Oh, I guess that would make sense. So where is the line? Time zones map. Oh, it's right there. I see. I did not realize. I just kind of assumed Michigan, Great Lakes region. I thought that maybe it was like this. But no. Okay, so Michigan is in the Eastern time zone and Illinois is in the Midwest. Ah. Well, I live in Utah. I live here, so I am 2 hours behind Eastern time zone. I tell you what, daylight saving time sucks. It sucks really bad. What we should really do is we shouldn't go to daylight savings time all the time. We should have regular time so that all our sundials work. And everybody should just do everything an hour earlier. Yeah? Like the stock market and everything else should move up an hour earlier and would be good. Oh dear. Well, what was she doing up there barefoot? Her boyfriend fell into the river and fell over a waterfall and died. I guess they both fell into the water and he helped her escape. And that's why she didn't have her shoes. That is an awful story. They weren't doing anything wrong or stupid. They didn't deserve that. Oh, well. Jerome Gillian, President Automotive of Tesla Incorporated, transitioned to the role of President of Tesla Heavy Trucking. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Are they going to be up today? Let's see here. Nobody mentioning Bitcoin's false breakout. Wait. Did they come back down? I didn't even check Bitcoin. Oh, snap. That's funny as hell. That's interesting to me. Just because the 6K level seemed so inevitable. And of course they breached it. But look at how forcefully it was pushed back down. Somebody must have taken a profit there, man. I don't know if that's enough to like really turn the momentum around. Like here's the thing is like, if that was to turn down again and they got below 5,000, it's like, it seems to me like it's two key psychological levels and then Bitcoin can't hold it anymore. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. Detroit turns to Gotham. We need daylight savings. It gets dark early even with it. Yeah. I really feel like in the winter it gets dark too early. Like maybe that's the correct time from like a sundial, right? But that's not like when people go to sleep and wake up, you know? So anyways, we were going to open up our stocks here to check and see if Tesla was moving. Uh-oh, is he waking up? Grunting a little bit, but not up. Matthew McConaughey is considering running for governor in 2022. Okay. That's definitely awake. Wait, what happened to my layout? Oh, okay, it's coming. It's coming. Let's just check really quickly here and let him finish waking up. Silver up. GameStop up 4%. Ooh, 276. So they're holding it from, they might dump today. We'll see what happens over there. EMC up 10%. Tesla is down a little bit though. Well, that's curious. It kind of sounded like news that would maybe be a big, well, it's moving up a little bit. We'll see if they move. But I'm thinking that people are going to be more interested in what GameStop is doing here. Crazy, crazy. Oh, you know what? It's off of its craziest levels, though. Let's zoom in on it like that, yeah? Change it to a 5-minute chart. Okay, let's go check on the boy. I'll be right back. Oh, I didn't have the microphone on. So I am seeing a tweet from Zero Hedge now. Bitcoin tumbles amid mixed crypto messages from India and institutional profit taking. How you doing, baby? You want to touch the mouse? Okay, here, we're going to turn on this thing, and hopefully that will prevent you from doing anything bad while you are using the mouse. All right, there you go. Ooh, that's a lot of absorption there at 39.35. A pretty good move up so far. I guess we missed a pretty good turn there. I don't plan on taking any trades today, though. They're saying hi, say hi. Hi. Mm-hmm. He's a boy. It's a boy. Ow. Don't bump your head on that. Oh, yeah, Jacob, I'm using Jigsaw. The main thing was that especially when I first started using Jigsaw, TT was still quite expensive. And really, to get the features that really make TT worth it, you do still have to pay quite a bit. But even then, after all of that, I just don't think that the TT DOM is as good. There's a couple of features that are in the in the Jigsaw DOM that I really think make it worth it. So if you're looking for like the best DOM, I really think that it's Jigsaw. But there are a lot of other things that are there in TT that, I think are nice. Your ability to build algorithms and different order types is really advantageous in TT. That's what I kind of use NinjaTrader for. But the NinjaTrader platform I don't think is quite as good as TT, but yeah. I do know people that use TT with Jigsaw as their DOM, so those dogs. Boston Globe. Teachers Union leaders back emergency legislation delaying students' return to school buildings. It's really interesting to me that the students and parents are all in on wanting to go back to school, and it's the teachers that are preventing it. Does Jigsaw cost beyond? Yes. So it's 50. No, how much is it a month? I can't recall. I think it's $50 a month for execution. So if you want to actually click on the DOM, you have to pay for the live license. Yeah. Which, when you add everything together, that's what it's like. So the people that are doing like Jigsaw and TT together, they pay for it, right? That's the funny thing is for most of us, that's a significant amount, right? But for the person that's really making money, it's drop in the bucket. So I don't know. Sierra isn't much better? Oops. So that's kind of the thing, is like if I could program with Jigsaw, then it would be no problem. But, you know, NinjaTrader, I can use NinjaTrader for free. Or, you know, you buy the license one time. There's no monthly fee for NinjaTrader, so it works out that way. But Jigsaw is trying to move to be like a standalone platform. You know, I think that they need to get the programming stuff in there, but I don't think they ever want to do it. It's just, it's always the way, like the perfect solution never exists, right? Oh, maybe all you can see is the top of his head, though. He loves to use the mouse. He's got the mouse in his hand right now. Yeah, and then the exchange. So I just got notified that the exchange fees for Rhythmic got increased again. So, like, they keep increasing it on Rhythmic. It's like they're trying to squeeze me out. I don't know what the deal is. Has anyone tried CQG? Yeah, I mean, I think that CQG is a fine feed too. I use Rhythmic because it gives me more level 2 levels, which in the treasury in particular, I really like to see it for some of my strategies. But for most traders, you're not even going to notice the difference between the two of them. To pay for the lately server issues they've been seeing. I mean, I haven't had any problems with Rhythmic lately. So, in fact, I would say that even at the depths of the pandemic, that Rhythmic performed admirably. I don't think it was perfect, but I can't really remember. But I do remember that like all of the retail brokerages were like out, and CQG and Rhythmic were running just fine. Oh, don't hit your hand. Hi. Believe last week? Really? I never experienced problems. It's weird. I wish that the camera could see him better, but that's okay. There were some issues with TT as well. The thing that I notice about TT is that you get a lot more updates. Yeah, you did that. That was you, because you pushed this button. Here, look, let me show you. See, look right here. Look over here. No. Over here. Look. See? That's you. You see that? There you go. See over there? Oh, he's figuring it out. He's a smart boy. If only you would hold the mouse correctly. He holds it like sideways. EU begins legal action against the UK over Brexit deal violation. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ow, don't do that. Oh, okay, okay. Leave the microphone alone. People don't need to hear that. Stop, stop, stop. Stop. Let's go see if Everett's ready to watch you. Because you've lost interest in the mouse. That's usually about the time. What does TT cost? Let's look it up. I don't know offhand. I think that there's like one version that's $50 and one version that's like $120 or something like that. Oh. Oh, it's way worse than I thought. $50 per month with $1,000 cap for standard. And Pro is $400 per month. How important is market profile for your strategies? I would say that I look at market profile and that you can see kind of, or at least there are echoes and footprints of what I look for in the volume profile, particularly. But that I don't explicitly look at the volume profile to see it. I'm basically, I'm looking for where are those bumps in the profile going to occur at before you can see it on the volume profile. Get what I mean? Let's bring that back down. Can see Bitcoin's trying to dig its way back out. There you are, Ace. How are you? You're tired? Yeah, daylight savings sucks, dude. I got like double because daylight savings time and watching the baby over the weekend is all kind of like a triple whammy. He did not want to go to bed on time, I tell you that. Yeah, only 2 minutes to the oven. Oh, you're a little bit later today, huh? Oh, that's okay. You know what? I really don't think that today or tomorrow trade will be very good. I really don't. Because that FOMC meeting is looming, man. Yeah, babies don't give a crap about the clocks changing. Yeah, so I don't know if it was like, oh, I'm not tired, it's not bedtime, or what, but I might have also had him off schedule a little bit because he didn't go to sleep. He didn't take his morning nap on Sunday, and so then he took his nap much later in the day. Oh man, did you hear that? I wonder if you guys could hear that. I think that was my phone. Or disrupting the microphone. Elon Musk has a new title. In addition to being CEO of Tesla, he is now Techno King. Okay, so here's the open. It's a little quieter today, I would say. It's a little tighter. Does look like they're buying, but it's kind of hard to tell like the market orders which one's going to go through, but there's a lot of buy side absorption there at 35. Oh, you know what? We should add this back in now. Yeah. Add in the gap thing. Let's see, what was the name of the file for my sound? Oh, rising and falling without capitals. Let's try that. Okay, so unable to push up there. Looks like the sellers are going to get through those buyers now. At least temporarily. Ah. Is this 38 to 40 area interests me though. I think 34 would have been fine. Sure. Not quite able to make it through there, huh? Well, I don't think it would be bad to be along here, Ace. I'm really, if I was going to take a trade today, I would have been long 34. I said, okay. I was like, okay, I would have gotten filled, but I'd be looking for it to go to 40. Okay, almost there. Almost there. This is not quite behaving the way that I wanted it to, but it does look like it'll get there. Well, now I'm wondering if the absorption ahead of the target was a reason to either get out or extend the target. Like, if they touch 40, they're probably going to go way further, right? Like we could maybe even look for 45. Still not quite there. Do you think Intel is doomed against ARM? I wouldn't say doomed, but I don't think that the outlook looks good for them in the short term. It'll take a while. It'll take a while for them to recover from their mistakes they've made here. But it's not. I don't think it's really ARM. There are things that a more full-featured Intel processor is still better at. Okay, well, they never touched 40, and now they're pushing the bottom side of it. Interesting. So I guess it was like a should have just gotten out there. You got your, what is that exactly? Oh, is that the Apple chip? That's interesting that it will only run in 32-bit mode. Grandma's here to help drive him to school. What would be so... Well, let's read. I haven't heard anything about it yet. So there's some of these things that I'm reading are things that are just kind of happening across the board in the industry altogether. Like a big thing that's been happening is unifying the architecture so that like your video card can just load things directly. The problem is that I don't think that I just don't think you're going to get a lot of people to move over to the Mac operating system, right? So, yeah, probably most desktops are still going to be Intel or AMD. And server stuff? You don't want to be, I don't think if you're running a server, you want to be stuck in Apple's ecosystem, but that's just me. If companies start writing software natively for ARM, so I don't think that there are many changes that you have to make in terms of your actual program to make it work with ARM. You just have to compile it into... So the way that this works is that Intel has a lot of operations. Like the processor itself has a lot of operations it can do. The ARM processor has like 1/10 of that. So there are a lot of things that get simplified, I guess, on the ARM architecture. That's kind of always been the thing. So you can make a more efficient CPU because you don't have to make as complicated of a CPU, right? So, but then the compiler just has to do more steps, has to go through more steps to do the same thing. So it's really just compiling it the right way. Why is the market open an hour early today? It is daylight savings time in the United States, so we are already an hour up. I should have said something last week, but I didn't really realize until this weekend that it was daylight savings time. It sure messes you up in Europe, doesn't it? Well, I would say they had pretty good downside, but it's still very constrained for it being 20 minutes now. So overall, this is turning out to be very much like what I predicted, which is constrained market action, a little bit sluggish because nobody wants to take on a ton of risk ahead of the FOMC meeting. It is time for them to go. What DOM are you using? I'm using the Jigsaw DOM. Hold on. All right. Oh man, did I get something on this shirt? Nah, I think I just got water on it. Hopefully it's just water. Hopefully it's not a grease stain. You can't see it though. Oh yes, you can. No, that's just the shadow on my shirt. That's just the shadow of the microphone on my shirt that you can see in the camera. Okay, they're trying a bull run again here. The delta has been positive this whole way. Do you consider it as the best, or would you advise other options? So I'm not going to say that Jigsaw on everything that you need for a trading platform is full featured. You know, they don't have the best charts or everything, but in terms of a DOM, the Jigsaw DOM is the best DOM by no contest in my opinion. You know, the TT DOM is great. The Sierra chart DOM has a lot of features duplicated, but they're just not as good as the Jigsaw DOM. When I try to go to other platforms and just trying to use their platform, it just always irritates me, and it don't last long. So I try every little bit of software that comes along. You could use multiple platforms. The issue with using Sierra Chart and Jigsaw together is that you have to pay a monthly fee for both of them, right? With the way that I'm using NinjaTrader, you could use NinjaTrader on the free version. Okay, so still not going. I mean, I would probably be favoring the long side, but they're having an awfully difficult time at the moment getting long, aren't they? I mean, it's going to be a tough call, but I think ultimately the pressure is probably still going to be to buy. Well, that was pretty good right there. Well, some good absorption there on that last little turn up. They going to go for another low? It's a little tepid, but it looks like they're going to get it. Yeah, well, the Sierra Chart's DOM can get the job done. I don't think that it's as good as the Jigsaw one, but it's not like I would see somebody using Sierra Charts and be like, oh, how can you stand that? That's unlike the NinjaTrader DOM. If you use the NinjaTrader DOM, like, what is wrong with you? It's bad. I hope they improve it. See, that was a pretty good little excursion there, and they're right back into the middle area at 32.50 or so. I see a market full of potholes everywhere. So it's making it hard to go anywhere. choppy today. Yeah, it really is. Well, let's come and check some of the stocks, eh? Well, it looks like they're all positive across the board. The VIX is up, though. VIX is up. Silver's doing pretty good. Ooh, in fact, I'd say silver's doing very well indeed. And ARK is basically flat. Tesla 0.5%. GameStop, it's up, but it's struggling to hold. You can see there the GameStop. It's fallen from where they opened, so not significantly, but they're struggling to hold things over there. Apple up almost 2%, huh? MSTR is up 1.34%. I wonder if they're going to give more of that up, though. Well, where's Bitcoin at now? 57. Yeah, they're trying really hard to hold 5,500, right? Bounced pretty hard off of it. Some of my stocks that were getting hammered are doing pretty good. So I'm happy about that. So I don't see any, well, which are the ones that are down? NASDAQ is down 0.5%, actually, and Google is down 1/4. Banks are down a little bit. It's curious, and we're kind of struggling there again. Like it's the sellers that are pushing. They're just not getting much out of their excursions, right? Oh, this is an interesting point. Newsquack tweets, fallen oil prices picking up a bit now, down $1 in both the WTI and Brent, supporting the move lower in Treasury yields with a 10-year testing 1.6 to the downside, inflation break-evens narrowing. So, well, right now the Treasuries are actually moving up, so... but the dollar is still where it was, 91.74. But we're seeing the metals do pretty okay in turning to the upside at the moment. So I'm wondering if at some point the dollar is going to break down here, or if there's something else going on, because this whole macro framework that I'm seeing right now is a little unusual and looks like something that might be transitory, you know? Is ES lagging? Oh yeah, it is hard. And NDX is up just a little bit. And the NDAC is not what it's NDX, right? Well, that's weird. Did it just like remove it instead of putting it in there? That's funny. There we go. I tell you what, it sure is tight, isn't it? Yes. Probably needs to be changed again. But that oil decline is still going. It's good. Let's see, everyone. 630. So it's fallen a good dollar since we've started streaming. Well, when oil's going down, that does affect the indexes. I mean, it really was when the COVID decline got bad, was when oil started doing crazy things, right? I think people forget that. It was really the oil prices just collapsing that really killed the indexes. Well, there's another new low. Is that one going to fall through hard? Could take us to 39.24. It's the low of the overnight session. maybe I should change my dollar chart here. No, it's on price change. I don't know. I don't know. 91.74. Okay, well, that excursion was pretty short. They're coming back up above it now. Goldman Sachs says 2% 10-year yields won't hurt equity valuations. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's gonna hurt those stocks. Well, their recovery is a little lackluster, but it does look like something that could keep going. Platform lagging? What? How fast is NASA's internet speed? What? By the way, oh man, I forgot about this. Somebody over the weekend left a comment. They about on the combine video. They said they passed the combine, and then they went through a period where they just didn't trade at all, and so they lost their combine, and then they had to go through it all over again. But they're like, no thanks, and just traded their account. The Dow and the Nasdaq are really diverging today. Well, the SPX took a pretty good dive there compared to the Nasdaq, right? Actually, a really good dive. Didn't realize. Where are we at now? Like the Nasdaq is up spot 3%, and the S&P is down spot 0.7. Oh, and the Russell 2000 is down spot 2.3%. Well, pretty good recovery. Still struggling here. Maybe oh, now that's interesting. Oh man, this is a real job. So if you come over here, I have this pivot indicator where it's looking for to close below the previous bar's high, yada, yada, yada. Anyways, when you look at the frequency that we're getting those pivots, that's pretty excessive. So it is a choppy market. I'm still going to guess that they're going to end up going up, but it's going to be a tough road. It's probably not worth the drama, you know. That's FOMC week, yeah. Well, it's not just that it's FOMC week; it's that it's this FOMC week, you know. Because surely the committee is going to have to talk about the potential of inflation. Because this CPI report came out and said there's no inflation, but does anybody believe that? Is there a single person out there that really thinks that there's not some serious inflation happening on now? I mean, look at the housing market. I don't get how that report can say that there wasn't an increase in the price of housing. I think it's because of what factors they put in, and right now, so rent is a more important component, and right now rent's not changing because the moratorium is still in place. And once that moratorium goes up, yeah, those rents are going to go up. Those rents are going to go up, and there's going to be some real inflation numbers coming through. And the Federal Reserve is just like, nope, everything's fine. And nobody believes them. So they're going to have to address this somehow. Can't wait for the administration's new higher tax plan. Oh boy. Well, I don't think they can pass it, to be honest. Because there's two Democrats that alone in the Senate that I don't think would support a tax increase, especially not the increase on corporations that is being proposed. So, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how there's going to be a lot of, you know, attacking the rich and so forth in the next few weeks. But, you know, as soon as they roll this out right, you're going to see the narrative start. You're definitely going to see it start, right? Jeff Bezos is so evil, and Warren Buffett says, yes, you can tax me more, please. And that'll be the headline all the time. So this is an interesting thing. I like one of the YouTube channels that I watch is Linus Tech Tips, and they've got a program to like make sure that video cards go to verified gamers. And today their video is how to mine cryptocurrencies before it's too late. Okay. Linus is the OG. I was kind of surprised when how he became as popular as he did, because it wasn't until maybe 2 years ago that I even knew who he was. Like, it's kind of weird to me. This is one of the things I'm realizing, is there are a lot of people these days that are held up as experts that were not too far off from where I started, 10 years ago when I just got out of school. It's kind of interesting, right? Of course, I didn't go down those paths, but there's many people. And now they've had the success. Of course, the success gives you a lot of experience and things like that too. But they're just kind of, you always think about these people that are at the top of their industry and you think, oh, they're amazing. Like, how would I ever get to that spot? But it's actually not that spectacular. Like, you've been around long enough, you're going to have a certain degree of expertise on something, There we go. I was like, I'm pretty sure that GME chart is not showing me everything. Yeah, I'd say I'm surprised to see how strong gold and silver are today, given that the dollar is doing okay. There are many new world champion stock market. This is not a good sign. Well, yeah, like the thing is, that most of these guys are gonna bomb out, right? Because they either embarrass themselves so much on the downturn, or they lose interest and they go into something else. But I mean, it's not the first time that we've seen. Okay, there was the COVID flush. That when it was coronavirus, man, our community changed a lot, didn't it? Especially on the Discord server. But then before that, what was it before that? The 2018 crash, was it? Yeah, that late 2018 in December crash. I remember a lot of people getting washed out then. And then before that, the volatility spike in the February of 2018, that was insane. And then before that, the mini recession we had over the trade war. And it was like the trading community would completely change every time. And now we've had this period of over a year where nothing crazy has happened. And you get all of these small guys that, well, I'm not going to call them small guys. I'm not going to say that they haven't done well and that they don't deserve it or anything. It's just there's so many self-proclaimed experts out there these days, And especially in the YouTube space, it's just so striking to me. I started doing this, early 2017, May 2017, we started this channel, right? So it's been over 4 years. And when we started this channel, nobody wanted to do it. Nobody was interested in stock trading or any of that sort of stuff on YouTube. There was a few stock traders, but certainly not live. Now there's like a dozen or so people that do this trading live, and larger channels than ourselves. I'm often on YouTube. Some of these channels, I just really don't understand how they get the viewers on YouTube. Because they just say we're doing stock market or whatever, and they get thousands of views, and I'm like, how did they do that? How did they do that? But now and on TikTok, man, oh my gosh, so many people, and a lot of these people don't know anything. You know, there's some people that are like, oh, I just barely started, and so I'm gonna start posting content about this, but I'm new to it and everything. That's cool, but there's a lot of people like that too, you know. A colleague of mine made fun of me saying, why do you day trade? Just put your money into Bitcoin. You have to be more, yeah, that's what it is. I have to be more dramatic. Well, I was thinking, like, we need to create like an alter ego. We need a good name for it. We need a good name for my alter ego. We can dress him up, right? Like, the alter ego can wear sunglasses, and I can get like a nice toupee. You know what I mean? And I can just make fun of everybody else, essentially, right? And I'll do all of the things with that one. I will, you know, every day I'll trade on a sim account, of course, but I'll pretend like it's a live account, and I'll claim that I'm trading like 100 contracts. And you know, every time that I make money, I'll put it in the thumbnail, right? And I'll hype everything. And when I lose, I'll just like try and ignore it or play it off or whatever, you know, and get y'all in on the next hype. I'll give lots of specific stock recommendations. Yep, I'll be like technical analysis is the end all be all of everything. It'll basically just be like opposite of Seth. Oh, and I'll make like a really basic course, then I'll sell it for like $3,000. And the whole thing will just be a parody. Oh, and Bitcoin, I'll be all in on Bitcoin. I get why you don't, but those guys are showing a big chart and saying turn here and turn here, hand-holding specificity. Yeah. No. I'm not going to change, Smoker. No, see what this channel will stay the same. What we'll do is we'll make a second channel. You get what I'm saying? We'll make a second channel that will be a parody. So we just have to come up with the name for the parody, right? You know, like I'm speculator Seth, so I, you know, I'm trying to think of like the most douchebaggy, retarded, you know, YOLO bet kind of name you can come up with. Like maybe it should be Chad. Everybody hates Chads. Find a nice, you know, we can do this. We gotta go find a nice, you know, I can get a toupee that would be like what my hair would be normal. But I want to make it so that it would be hard for you to recognize that we're the same person. Of course, it would be like public knowledge, but I want it to be like it's so obviously parody, but like a large portion of the audience that watches it doesn't realize at first that it's a parody. You know what I mean? The only question, I think it would be fun. The only question is like, would it get old after a week, or would we be able to continually pull out funny content out of our butts? You know? You'll need a cape. What a cape? Yes.
It's time for me to go to work.
Oh, do I need to take them or?
I'll take the kids to school, but
Yeah, okay. You'll bring him back to me, I guess.
Is it paused?
Do you want his
No,
sweatshirt?
I'm still alive. I'll hold him for now. He usually just whines when I put him in the high chair.
Okay. All right.
But I'll probably stop streaming here in a little bit.
Okay.
They give me some time to clean the house and feed the birds and everything before before I have to work. So he immediately goes to the trash can to pull stuff out of it. But I emptied the trash can. There's nothing in there to pull out.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Come here. No, you're just gonna run around back there, huh? But we need a name. So if you have the name, so just think it. I want it to be what do you call these? Where like the first letter is the same. So like I'm Speculator Seth. So it should be something like that. But it should be like the most douchey, ridiculous, hype pushing trader name ever. Is what I think we gotta do. Maybe it should be an Italian name. Iteration, is that what it's called? Lambo Lance. There you go. There's like yes, it should have to do with Lamborghinis, fair. Yes. I need to find a friend that owns a Lamborghini that I can, borrow. Alliteration. There you go. Don't play with the light board. It's not finished yet. Yeah, it's closer. He's gonna push something over, I know it. Well, he's gonna push those books over. Good deal. Cool. He didn't push anything over. Alliteration. Yeah. So it should be an alliteration that is like the most douchebag trader name ever. You want to come up here and play with the mouse again? By the way, Ace, you want to come and watch him for a day, like today. You just come down anytime you want. We'll pay you like $20. What? You want to play with the mouse? Here, wait. Let me turn on the drawing part. Okay, go for it. Go for it. Do you want the headphones? Do you want the headphones? Okay, here. You put the headphones on, and you can hear me speaking through the microphone, can't you, huh? Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Oh, that's really, he's holding it on his head. He's like, oh, that's really interesting, Dad. Yeah. Here, let's just put the headphones to the side here, since we don't really need them. See, like I keep thinking Chad, but I don't know. You have to decline. Yeah, of course. Have you not gotten vaccinated yet? I think it should be getting close to when you should be able to get vaccinated. I'll probably have to wait till May. The doggy did what? Oh. Trying to hang in there. I'm telling you, I'm safe. I think we're safe, but whatever. Whatever. No, don't push the keyboard. You play with the mouse. Play with the mouse. Play with the mouse. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, guys, you think about your ideas for our parody name, and maybe tomorrow you guys will have some good ideas, and I'll think really hard about it too. Okay, because when I did Speculator Seth, it was so obvious, you know? It's like, oh, this is perfect. Well, we come up with one. Okay, well, I think it's time for me to get going. So let's just put in for the day, Choppy Monday ahead of FOMC. Actually, Choppy daylight savings switchover ahead of FOMC. Save. Yeah, that was actually a pretty quiet stream today too. Yeah, 45. We did okay. Hey guys, and thank you for the likes. 20 likes, that's great. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow then we should be back on regular schedule. We don't have to watch kids and stuff. And turning the robots on, and we'll see how it goes. And in the meantime, stay profitable, friends.